Yes, ma'am. Our next topic is to derive a formula to measure the time period of oscillation of a magnetic dipole placed in a uniform magnetic field. We know what is a time period. What is a time period? The time taken for one to and fro motion of an object or for one oscillation is called as what? Time period. So what happens when a magnetic compass is placed in a uniform magnetic field? Let us see it by a small activity. You see here, I have placed a magnetic compass on a sharp needle, and you see this magnetic compass is pointing towards geographical north. Now if you leave this magnet as it is, it will come to its equilibrium position. What is equilibrium position means? Mean position. So you see slowly what is happening to this magnetic compass. It is coming to a mean position. Now what happens if this magnetic compass is placed in a uniform magnetic field? You see here. You see, when this magnetic compass is placed in a uniform magnetic field, it is oscillating over the mean position. So when this magnetic compass is oscillating over this mean position, which you see here, it has a time period. So now we shall derive a mathematical formula to measure the time period of this magnetic compass placed in a uniform magnetic field. Now let us derive the mathematical expression to measure the time period of oscillation of a magnetic dipole in a uniform magnetic field. Earlier we have studied in the chapter oscillation that in simple harmonic motion the time period to calculate the oscillation of a simple pendulum, we derived it as time period is equal to t is equal to 2 pi square root of L by G. So this is the time period formula for one oscillation of a simple pendulum, which we have derived it earlier. Now we shall derive a formula to measure the time period of magnetic dipole placed in a uniform magnetic field. For that I will consider a uniform magnetic field, which I have drawn it here. You see, this is the uniform magnetic field of field strength. Let us assume it as what? B. I have placed a magnetic compass in this uniform magnetic field. This is the north pole and this is the south pole of the magnet, and this is the magnetic meridian. Let the magnetic moment of this magnet be how much? Capital M. When I place this magnetic compass in this uniform magnetic field, it experiences a torque. So initially the magnetic compass was facing the north of this earth. So this is the magnetic field. Magnetic field lines travel from north to south. So this magnetic compass, which was in this direction, so when it was placed in the magnetic field, it experienced a torque and it gained some restoring force. And when this field is removed, it will try to come back to its equilibrium position. When it tries to come back to its equilibrium position, it will not stop at its equilibrium position, because it has gained some momentum when it moved in this direction. So when it has gained some momentum, it will not come to the mean position and it will not stop. It will move further forward and it will keep on oscillating over a small angle theta. So we want to measure the time period of oscillation of this magnetic compass when it is placed in a uniform magnetic field. Let us assume that the magnetic compass is oscillating in this magnetic field, making an angle theta. So we have placed a magnetic compass in a uniform magnetic field. It is oscillating over a mean position because it has gained some momentum. When it has gained some momentum, it will not come to the mean position, so it starts oscillating. Therefore we can write it like this as, therefore now it has experienced a torque. Since it is making an angle theta, I will write it as the angular torque. The angular torque on magnet or magnetic dipole. A compass can be called a magnetic dipole in uniform magnetic field. In uniform magnetic field. So earlier we have studied that what is the formula for torque? Tau is equal to the magnetic moment cross product of its field strength. Therefore we can write it in magnitude form as it is what? M into B into sin theta. Sin theta. M into B into sin theta. So this is the angular torque. This is the angular torque experienced by the magnetic compass when placed in a uniform magnetic field. When the compass was in this position, when I placed this compass in a uniform magnetic field, it experienced a torque making an angle theta. Therefore the angular torque tau is equal to M into B into sin theta. Now when this torque moved in this direction, it has restored a force into it. We call that torque as a restoring torque on a dipole. Then only if I remove this magnetic field, it wants to come back to its original position. Therefore the restoring torque in the dipole in the dipole, I will mark it as tau dash is equal. The restoring force will always be in opposite direction. Therefore it will be what? Minus tau. So it is minus M into B into sin theta. In the case of a simple pendulum also we have seen, or in a spring we can see that this is the mean position. Now if I bring this pendulum to this extreme position and if I allow it to oscillate, it will not come to the mean position and stop. It will move to this extreme end and come back because it has gained some momentum, and when I moved this from this mean position to this position, there was a restoring force generated in it. So this restoring force will always be in opposite direction. Therefore I have put here minus sign. So this is minus MB sin theta. So this torque, this restoring torque produces an acceleration. This restoring torque produces an angular acceleration. An angular acceleration. So angular acceleration, what is the formula for angular acceleration? Alpha is equal to, what is this? Torque by moment of inertia. Angular acceleration. In simple pendulum, in simple harmonic motion, we studied that the acceleration is given by the formula force by mass. So here instead of force we use what? Torque. By instead of mass it is moment of inertia. It is moment of inertia of the magnetic compass. This is the torque of the magnetic compass, moment of inertia of the magnetic compass. So therefore alpha is equal to torque by moment of inertia. Now what is this torque we have got here? Torque is equal to restoring torque minus MB sin theta. Therefore alpha is equal to minus MB into sin theta whole divided by I. I will mark this as equation 1. So here what is I? I will write it clearly. I is moment of inertia. Moment of inertia of magnetic dipole for a small angle theta. Moment of inertia of dipole. Now, so the angle that the magnetic dipole has made in this uniform magnetic field is very small angle. For a small angle theta, sin theta will be how much? Sin theta will be approximately equal to theta. Therefore, I can rewrite this as alpha is equal to minus m into b. Instead of sin theta, for a small angle, I will write it as theta itself and divided by the moment of inertia. Anyway, instead of naming this as equation 1, I will name this as equation 1. This as equation 1. Since the magnetic compass that we have taken, in that magnetic compass, the magnetic moment is constant, the field in which we have placed is also constant, and the moment of inertia of that magnetic dipole is also constant. So, in this, these three variables are constant, that is magnetic moment, the magnetic field strength, and moment of inertia are constants. When they are all constants, what do we notice? That this angular acceleration, what is alpha? Alpha is angular acceleration. Why we are writing angular acceleration? We noticed that when this magnetic compass is placed in this uniform magnetic field, there is no translatory motion. There is only what? Rotatory motion taking place between the magnetic compass over a mean position. There is no translatory motion. Therefore, we call it as only angular acceleration. Angular acceleration is represented by alpha. So, since magnetic moment, field strength and moment of inertia are constants, this angular acceleration alpha is equal to minus, or I will write it like this. Angular acceleration is directly proportional to minus theta. So this is alpha, this is the symbol for what? Proportionality constant. Therefore, we notice that this angular acceleration is directly proportional to angular displacement. In simple harmonic motion also, we have observed that in simple harmonic motion, we observed that if the acceleration is directly proportional to displacement, we say that the object is in what? Simple harmonic motion. Therefore, here also we can say that the magnetic compass, when placed in a uniform magnetic field, is in simple harmonic motion. So, we can write that since angular acceleration is directly proportional to minus theta, we can write that the motion of the dipole is simple harmonic motion. Why I have written simple harmonic motion? Because in simple harmonic motion we have studied that acceleration is directly proportional to what? Displacement. Here angular acceleration is directly proportional to angular displacement. Therefore, in simple harmonic motion, we have derived one formula for acceleration. Acceleration is equal to minus omega square y, where y is the displacement. Y is the displacement. Similarly, here also I can write angular acceleration is equal to minus omega square. Instead of displacement, I will write angular displacement. Try to understand here. This is the formula for acceleration in simple harmonic motion in pendulum oscillations chapter. Here alpha is angular acceleration is equal to minus omega square. Instead of displacement, I have written what? Angular displacement. Now, let me name this as equation 2. Now, I will substitute equation 2 in equation 1. Substitute equation 2 in equation 1. What happens if we substitute here? You see here, minus omega square theta is equal to minus m into b into theta by moment of inertia. Minus gets cancelled, theta also gets cancelled. So, omega square is equal to how much? M into B by I. Therefore, we can write it as omega is equal to square root of M into B by I. Omega is equal to M into B by I. So, we know that the omega is equal to how much? 2 pi by T. Omega is equal to how much? 2 pi by T. So, I will replace this omega by 2 pi by T is equal to square root of M into B by I. So, to get the time period formula, time period, I will get it as time period is equal to 2 pi square root of I by M into B. So, this is the formula to measure the time period of a magnetic dipole placed in a uniform magnetic field. This is the formula. I will write it again here. T is equal to 2 pi square root of, so when it goes here, it is numerator, it becomes a moment of inertia by M into B. This is the formula. So we know that what is the formula for frequency of oscillation? Frequency of oscillation. Frequency of oscillation is equal to the reciprocal of time period. Therefore, I can write the frequency of the magnetic dipole as the reciprocal of this is what? 1 by 2 pi square root of, it becomes how much? M into B by I. So, this is the formula to measure the frequency of a magnetic dipole placed in a uniform magnetic field. This is the formula to measure the time period of a magnetic compass placed in a uniform magnetic field. From this mathematical expression, we can understand that the time period of oscillation of a magnetic dipole is dependent on the moment of inertia of the magnetic dipole, and the moment of this is magnetic moment of that magnetic dipole and the field in which it is placed. So, in simple harmonic motion, in the case of a pendulum, we see that the time period is dependent only on the length of the pendulum there. See, the time period formula in simple harmonic, in simple pendulum, we observe that the time period is equal to 2 pi square root of L by G. So, gravitation is constant there. There is no change in the gravitation. So, time period is dependent on the length of the pendulum. But here we observe that the time period of oscillation of a magnetic dipole placed in a uniform magnetic field depends upon moment of inertia of that magnet, magnetic moment, and the field in which it is placed. If it is placed in the Earth's magnetic field, then the same formula can be written as T is equal to 2 pi square root of I. The moment of inertia of that magnet remains I, and the magnetic moment is what? M, but the field in it which is placed is what? Earth's field. Therefore, we take it as what? Earth's horizontal value, BH value, we write it here. So, this is the time period to measure the time period of oscillation of a simple pendulum placed in Earth's magnetic field.